Who's on the pitch.
You see, they're twins, aren't they? You've got a point there.
They look like each other. Well, we're suspending George and we're putting Tom on. It's actually the same bloke. No, it's not.
But we should explain to our viewers that they're identical twins.
Yeah, big fellas, massive fellas. They're only young, but so it'll be interesting to see how Tom goes. I think Steve McNamara, the England coach, is over in Australia at the moment, isn't he? Having a look at the England-based NRL players. So I'm sure he'll be interested to see how Tom goes as well, whether he can put himself in contention for a World Cup spot. Here we go, second half, good kick-off. That's put Batley under a little bit of pressure.
Wow, took a risk letting that one bounce, didn't he? And he got the bounce, so it's worked out for him, Potts.
So just to complete the plug for the state of origin. Oh, it's been dropped and picked up by Davey. All the origin game, a lot of origin games from the history played all over this weekend, so make sure you're on Premier Sports, that's the thing.
That's what we talked about at half-time. Sostak, copybook tackling his midriff and buckled him and bent him backwards and couldn't hang on to the ball. Watch this from Sostak. Boom, get underneath the ball, drive him back. Hard to hang on to it.
That's hurt, hasn't it?
I think is it a Sheffield player that's down?
Alex.
No,
It's Liam Walmsley who's down and hurt.
Mate, you can't play the ball, you have to play it.
Giving away to the opposition that did hurt. There's no disguising that. So, possession for Sheffield. They very nearly got it right from the kick-off. Batley just survived that scare, but now, having lost it, Sheffield with a first chance to apply some real pressure. 20 metres out, Higgins drives it forward. 5 more tackles to go from here. Higgins very nearly losing his shorts, not for the first time tonight. Davey again throws it behind. Rambani takes it on, they've left it behind. Armstrong's lost it, Davis picks it up. Davis looking for support. Now that was the advantage play. That's why he tried it. Tried the offload. It came off, great. If it doesn't matter. Back, head and feet at the scrum.
Armstrong forgot the ball, didn't he?
One-on-one tackle there. I would have liked to have seen Davies just take that tackle, play the ball and play off the back of it, because they would have been backtracking and there's a chance of getting a penalty. With it being a one-on-one tackle, he would have been able to get a quick play of the ball. Sometimes I think we overthink things when we play the game.
Yeah, I think we get conditioned, Dave, to think about the advantage play as being an opportunity to score. It's an opportunity to take another 15 metres further up the field. You can't criticise Davies too much. I mean, he's trying to promote. If the support player gets hold of that ball and he goes another 40 metres further up the field.
Batley keeping it tight here. Flanagan to his feet. Here comes Rowe. It's a very narrow path they're treading at the moment, isn't it? But Rowe's making a decent fist of making that progress. Wants to play it quickly. Oh, well, he's...
Yeah, I think that was a penalty. I think he called held and had to bundle him to the ground.
He'd have had his heart in his mouth, though, Rowe, there, wouldn't he? Because he tried to play it before he was in position to.
Yeah, I think they're called held here. This is where they've called held, and he goes to play it. And
late in the tackles, too, so a good penalty for the back side.
A few more penalties this week than we had last week. Here's Davis. Decent drive by him. Here comes Josh Johnson, a young lad who's on loan from, or dual registration from Huddersfield. He's an Oldham lad by birth, but he's with Huddersfield these days. Here's another of the dual reggers, which has caused a bit of consternation. Jacob Furbank has taken it in. They're moving it wide again. Sheffield's defence there in numbers. Black at dummy half. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go back to the middle. The referee's whistle has gone. A little bit of a fumble at the play the ball. So it's head and feet. Flanagan hands on head. Head and feet to Sheffield.
He's not complaining, is he? The referee's obviously got that one right.
If you have a hand on his shirt, it's a penalty. You can run through.
Have a look at this.
There's a little juggle on the floor, wasn't there?
Walmsley it was, wasn't it? Not the most dummy half.
Yeah.
So Sheffield, big hit. That will have been felt. Again, it was Fairbank who was one of those involved alongside Liam Walmsley. So Sheffield doing it tough at the moment, trying to get from where they are to as far downfield as they possibly can in these next 4 tackles. And they're going to have a look down that blindside route.
What price an early kick here?
Still trying to go the physical way. There was a slip there. There was a claim it might have been high, but there was a slip. So Talapapa, who's out there wearing, I think he's wearing 18, Missy Talapapa. Oh, the ball's gone to ground again quickly. Played out here by Flanagan. And, well, he's claiming there's an advantage there. He doesn't want to be throwing the ball down like that. He's just thrown the ball down in disgust. And the referee already saying, scrum down.
Well, there's the error. That's play on. Kicks it. Play on, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have thought it'd be play on. I thought they were all offside, the Batley side. I thought they were all a mile in front of the referee.
Here comes Walton. Hard runner on the angle. Just the 4 points in it, so everything to play for in this game just at the moment. Rowe again drives it in. Couple waiting for him. Knowles was there. Shostak was there. But up they get. Quick play the ball again. Flanagan having a little bit of a run. A little bit of a win from dummy half once more. Mark Aston will be concerned. But here's Greenwood. Less than 10 metres away. Moves it to that left-hand side. Black now trying to step away. Couple of defenders. Gets the offload to Fairbank. Fairbank is straight and true with his run. But defenders were there in numbers to make sure he's not going to make the ultimate progress. So picked up again now. And another big heavy hit forward by Rowe. Sheffield's defence hanging on here. And they've one more tackle to hang on for. Flanagan looks left. Kicked in by Gareth Moore to the in-goal area. Scooped away. Just about.
Great chase.
Just about.
Well done. Missy Talapapa cleans it up.
Drop out
He's
underneath
outnumbered here. I'm sure he is 3-1. He gets there, does real well, doesn't he? Yeah, he had to do it as well. Great chase from Batley.
But there's some more defending to do here from Sheffield. You'd rather feel, all things being equal, because Batley will get the ball back. Black's being careful on a slippery night to make sure it's taken in safely. And Alex Rowe drives it forward again. This is Flanagan, who stands and waits. Left-hand side is Johnson. Former Great Britain Academy player as well, Josh Johnson. They're asking some tough questions of this Sheffield defence here at the moment, Batley. But so far, all those questions are being answered appropriately. Oh, it's knocked on by Rowe into a Sheffield player. He looks around in disbelief, but the referee says knock on. Head and feet Sheffield.
I'm not sure he wanted that ball. That was his third carry in quick succession, and then he just didn't ramp up the way he has been ramping up. I'm not sure you can't just jog into a tackle like that.
I was going to say the same. I thought it was a soft carry, and it got what it deserved.
So Sheffield hanging on. It's a night of low scoring here tonight. Aidan Farr was just packing down in the second row then. He doesn't look too healthy at the moment, Aidan Farr. He looks as though he's just limping around. Well, the penalty here for Sheffield lifts their spirits, because suddenly they can put the ball out of play and they can start their next set inside their opponent's half with a decent kick here. Out it goes by Walker. Tap restart 40 metres away from this Batley line. And they can drain a little bit of energy from the Batley defence. First attempt in by Michael Knowles. Dealt with by Black. So here comes James Davey. Walker, Shostak, forcing it forward. Three defenders, making sure that he's not going to get too much progress. Davey again collects. Good, strong effort by Higgins, but caught by the legs. Davey again, only 20 metres away. Still tackles in the bag as well. Walker puts it back on the inside for Menzi. Yere, who got the angle, gets it away to Quentin Lolatagagai. Defenders there in numbers. He cannot get through. And what's happened here? Well, I think he's hurt himself. And I think the defender called at the referee as well. And he stopped the clock here. Let's have a look at this. Oh, just gets a knee in the kidney area, doesn't he?
And he dropped the ball.
Pretty similar to the injury that Gareth Ellis suffered in the England Exiles game. He ended up with
the move. Yeri back on the inside for Tagagai, and then I don't know whether it's the knee that buckles under him or it's the hit in the back that gets him from Walmsley.
It's the knee in the back, I think, because that's where he's getting the treatment at the minute.
Magic spray. He's got the magic spray. He'll be right.
Well, Gareth Ellis went into a spasm, didn't he, when he got that injury for England. He was in all kinds of trouble. But it looks here as though Quentin Lolotagagai, painful as it was, is not going to stop him playing on in this game. So here he is to play the ball. Davies the man at dummy half. Sustak on his inside, but he puts it away instead for the run forward of Straffer. Took Walmsley to come in to make sure he was stopped. Davey again. Left-hand side. It's gone backwards. Picked up by Quentin Lolotagagai. Maybe just a little hampered by that back injury, but defenders there in numbers 2, so he can't get any distance. Davey. Here's Brambani. Question asked on that left-hand side again. Up they go. Oh, it's taken superbly well by Johnson. Really good catch under the pressure.
Excellent catch under pressure. And nearly got away as well, didn't he?
For a moment, it looked as though it was going to be a spectacular. Good catch. Good catch. His coach will be mightily pleased with that little moment that lifts the pressure that had been growing on that Batley defence. Knock on again. Costly for Batley this time. Head and feed for Sheffield.
He's all over the ball, is Higgins. And I think the referee's saying that he let go of the ball.
Well, there almost seemed to be, he seemed to be looking at the referee before he lost it, didn't he? He's have to say, make sure you're watching this, because there's an arm around this ball. That's Tolopapa. Davey. James Davey. Pat Walker. Ended acting half again. Here's Michael Knowles. Good footwork to get past Davis in the first instance. Has taken them to within 10. Here's Davey again. This is Walker. Brambani. Tagagai's in the line as well. It's going to stop though with Armstrong because the defence got to him. And the defence hung on a little too long.
This could be tough for Batley. Second set on the bounce.
So a penalty from here. 6 tackles to have a go. Straffer. Held up over the line. Oh, he got over the line as he touched it down. Well, the referee's not sure. The defenders seem to drag him there, and Straffer's claiming this as a try. The referee wants a second opinion, so let's hear again from Ben Thaler, our video referee.
Okay, we're looking for grounding, see if the Sheffield man grounds the ball correctly. There's no held call by the referee. He's still got the ball in his arm, and at that point it does look like the ball is on the floor on the ground. Could you just jog that back and just double check the ball is on the line? It looks short side, but then it goes. If we jog it forward now. There, the ball's actually on the line, so that is a try, Chris, on that angle.
Well, it's a good effort by Dwayne Straffer, who has just put a little bit of daylight between Batley and Sheffield. 14-6 with a kick to come. And how big a moment might that prove to be?
Well, I think it's a big moment in the game because it's not going to be a high-scoring game, and it might just put the pressure on Batley to try and cure it in more than a little bit more expansive football. Alex Rowe needed to help a whole lot more there with the big bloke, and they'll be disappointed with that, Batley. But they invited Sheffield into their half, haven't they? 2 penalties and a repeat set, and just sheer weight of numbers and weight of carries, and something had to give.
Brambani to add the 2 here if he can. No, he can't. No, he can't. So 6-14 it remains, but it is a 2-score difference now. 8 points the difference. So how do Batley respond to this? John Keir's just a bit of a worried coach at the moment. Up there in his ear, and Paul Anderson's up there with him as well, the Huddersfield head coach. He's got a couple of his players here today, hasn't he? Johnson and Fairbank watching on. That's interesting, isn't it, to see Paul Anderson up there? Good take by Knowles, by the way. Good diving catch from Michael Knowles. So Batley have to score next now, don't they?
I think so. I think they need to register on the clock. It's a good Sheffield team. They're not going to relinquish an 8-point lead, I don't think.
I think more importantly, they have to complete their set. The last couple of times they've tried to carry the ball, they've come up with some errors. So yeah,
there's a result. That's an unforced one as well.
Big result from here, and they need to take advantage of this good field position.
Davey is the man who's left the ball behind, so Batley have head and feet here. There's still plenty of time in the game, of course. Still a good 28 minutes to play, in which anything can happen, as we see more or less every week on a Thursday night. But 8 points the difference. Batley 2 scores behind. Who's hurt here now? Is it Knowles?
Yeah, Knowles got some
blood on his shirt, apparently.
Got to go off and change his shirt, hasn't he?
And we've got Missy Tolapapa, who started in number 5, who's going to play for the rest of the game in the number 18 shirt. It'll be interesting to see what number Michael Knowles comes back on with. So into the pits.
Are you asking us to guess? Is it a competition?
No, some kind of bingo night or something? No. Just interesting. He's lobbing it up there, that's all. I don't think too many people will be too worried.
How come he's waiting for this one to be changed and come back on? Last time he didn't. Last time he had to wait.
They're playing. Here comes Greenwood. Knowles is still struggling with that big head cap of his as he tries to pull the shirt over his head. Back he comes here. Michael Knowles is back in the mix. And here come Batley, looking to make a difference if they can. Fleming drives it in. 15 metres away. Can Batley make something happen here? Here's Ben Black. Less than 10 metres out. It's Flanagan at dummy half. Off he goes. Runs it to his right, where Walmsley is caught in possession. There's Michael Knowles back on the field with a blank shirt and his chin strap dangling on a big drive in. Is this Davis, I think, who's trying to drive it in? Or is it Byron Smith?
Was that last player?
It was. 6th tackle, it was Byron Smith, who tried to just bulldoze his way through. And Sheffield get it back close to their own line. So Sheffield survive that moment of pressure. Here comes Sostak to bring it out. Tackle 1 already up to the 10-metre line. Left it comes. Yere, Menza Yere involved in a real battle here. Look how much of a handful he is. Oh my word, 3 of them wrestling. Eventually put him down, but look how many yards he's gained as well in that little hustle and bustle run of his. But then it's lost a little by Stringer. Back to where that play started. Knowles picks up Walker with a lovely delicate little chip over the top. Oh, and it's just bounced away from Armstrong, and he's picked up instead by Johnson, and Johnson with a little step back inside again. Well, they had so many numbers over there, didn't they, Sheffield?
They just had to pick it up, but that's easier said than done in these conditions, and he's given Batley another opportunity to stay here.
Here's Greenwood.
Those are the things that break games up. I thought that was
Johnson again.
Potentially very special from Sheffield.
Keeping it tight round the ruck just at the moment. Now it's Fleming. Fleming's going to have a run. 4 tackles gone. He's almost slithered his way through. Wants to play it quickly. Does play it. Picked up by Greenwood. Greenwood's going to have a go. 4 defenders quickly drawn to him. The Batley fullback is put down within sight of glory, but not close enough. 1 more play to go. I'm not sure he had.
Hand over, 10 out.
Not sure that's the right play. We had 5 dummy half carries then, didn't we?
Bit of selfish play there, I think, from Flanagan.
My microphone just fell in half there. Anyway, back with you.
0 player.
So the handover given back to Sheffield 10 metres from their own line. They've come close twice now, haven't they, in this last couple of sets, Batley? Here's Armstrong doing well.
2, move, wait, go.
Gets up and plays it. Henderson's back on the field.
Move, hold.
Last 25 minutes of the game to play here. Henderson rolling up to dummy half again.
4, George, hands out. Wait on the line, 4, wait.
Adding a little bit of experience to the situation here.
40.
Kicks a decent one. Betwixt fullback and winger. Potts collects. Good chase by Sheffield.
It is a good chase, and in numbers.
And Potts not only stopped, he's pushed back a yard or 2 as well. Just have a look at the Batley body language at the moment. There's a bit of a bedraggled look about them. They need a bit of self-belief pumping in them at the minute, don't they?
Just think.
Jay, you're holding his leg. Get up. 3rd, move. Head on. Go.
Here's Gareth Moore inside the 40. Kicks it away from Quentin Lolatagaga. He's got a bit of a run back to his own goal line. It's a good Batley chase here up that hill. They've done well. Trying to close the options down. Oh, they've done very well. The tackle in the end from Ben Black, superb.
Terrific tackle.
Sheffield start more or less on their own goal line. 2 tackles up to the 10-metre line. So there's no lack of enthusiasm, as it turns out, from these Batley players. Dragged perilously close to this touchline again. Sheffield finding it hard here to get away from their own area. Batley have really stepped it up defensively on this set. Byron Smith, the latest one to rattle them over. Henderson again now. Smith's involved again with another tackle. In there goes Fairbank too. That was the 5th. How good's the pressure? Here's Walker. Just gets it away before Davis gets there. And Greg Johnson carefully picking it up. And it's a good chase from Sheffield as well. Both sides are really putting it in here tonight.
Great arm wrestle, isn't it?
Flanagan. Nowhere to go on this occasion. Oh, Walton's put it down. Into his chest, through his arms, off his legs. Bounces away, a toss of the head backwards, an apology to his teammates.
They just look tired, don't they, Batley? They look very tired. They've done a lot of defence and some very good defence. They just look, at the moment, they're just struggling a little bit.
Sheffield will sense that, won't they? This could be a big night here, because 8 points the difference. Sheffield score a try and kick a goal. And if that was the only score between now and full time, they would get the full 3, of course, and they would deny Batley a bonus point as well, which, given how tight things potentially are at the top, that could be a big, big twist in the regular season.
We've still got a long time left.
I was going to say, a lot of ifs and buts yet, though, aren't there? Here's Walker. Mensah-Yere. Oh, he's lost it. Walton picks it up. Bit of yin and yang from Walton. The good and the bad. Byron Smith plays it quickly. Flanagan rides the high tackle. Slithers another couple of yards further forward. Plays it now where it's collected by Black. Here comes a fullback Greenwood up into the line. This is Black. Inside the 40 when Gareth Moore lets that go, but that's all academic because he's kicked it right down the middle and, in fact, beyond. Tap back on the 20.
You're waiting. Everyone's on side.
Well, they're not rushing here, are they, Sheffield? Quite happy to get a bit of oxygen back in their lungs as well.
On the cross.
Henderson's tap. Solid rugged defending. Stringer came skipping back at them. Henderson again. Look how they come out and search out their quarry. Those Batley defenders. Here's Henderson. For that middle. They're doing a job.
Move! Foul! On! Wait! Go! Jacob, you're off!
Only with a kick away. State's going to hold up there. There's a terrific chase going on here, so there has to be. What about that for a chase? Armstrong, but didn't quite make full contact on Greenwood. Otherwise, it would have been perfect, but this is 2 gone, and they're still virtually on their own line, so Sheffield are really turning on the afterburners here.
Hold it here, man. Don't go early. Go.
Batley really struggling to get out here.
4. Move.
Byron Smith. Quick play the ball. That might help things, and it's going to be a kick downfield, but look who's waiting. Oh, Quentin Lulitagagai drops it.
Oh, that's a get out clause for Batley. Big one. He did knock it forward as well. He's claiming he knocked it back. Gosh. Mark Aston, disappointment all over his face. Who'd be a coach?
Well, he catches that, and the tiring Batley defence are in for it, aren't they? 6 more tackles to try and hold on.
That's why it's a big drop.
Instead, they've got a chance to rest and recover just a little here.
Find him, fellas.
And to start this next set inside their opponent's half. And here's the reason why. Oh, my word. How many times over the years have we seen him catch those and score from that kind of situation? Not this time. Here's Farr. He's been around a while, hasn't he? Farr leads Hunslet, Doncaster, Dewsbury, taken on now by John Davis. Knock on. Well, absolute fury from Miles Greenwood, because he knew how good a position Batley had found themselves in there, and it's all given up rather cheaply again.
Well, I think he does go for the offload here.
Dom on me. Baz in. Foul. Lock in, Miles.
It's a fine line, isn't it?
Ball in. It's out. Dom, 2 hands on it.
Sheffield's green machine coming forward again.
Baz.
What was it you and David Woods described as the Canberra green that Sheffield are wearing tonight?
Go.
Here is Peter Green to continue that green theme, and he's done well. Henderson. Menziere just to his right, but he's gone for Garside, who's on for the bench. Back to Henderson again, and here comes Green once more. Byron Smith grabs a hold and puts him down.
Come on. Go, third.
20 metres away. Another try here could kill the contest, could put Sheffield beyond touching distance.
Come on, Baz, call.
Even if there are 18 minutes left to play. Henderson picks up and looks left. It's Walker who slides the kick through and just booted away, miles away by Gareth Potts. It's going to be a dropout underneath.
Not sure he had much option than that. Great chase down here, a short side, lovely little short side kick from Walker. Yeri on the fly, so Potts tries and picks that one up, and that caused himself a few problems.
Well, Byron Smith has gone down injured here, a bit of cramp. I just wonder how much of this is let's stop the clock for a minute or two and let's see if my teammates can get a bit of a rest in here.
When you're behind, Baz, we can go.
The kick,
Time
as
back
you
on.
say. It was going to be a dropout one way or the other.
Great play.
What a
Brilliant.
That's
Games
smart.
like this, that's smart play.
Smart thinking from Black. They've been under the pump. Great little kick.
Surrender! Stand up! 2, wait! Go!
So Batley again, there's been so many twists and turns, and he's put down by Byron Smith.
2 knock-ons.
Well, that gain has just turned into a loss.
Gee, he fired it in goal, didn't he?
A little bit tight to the ruck there. They need to be a little bit wider of that ruck, I think. And they're playing into Sheffield's hands by just being real tight, and the A defenders are picking him up. But gee, he fired that ball at him in these conditions. Very tough pass to take.
Okay. Ball in.
Walker to feed.
It's out. Pass the second roller.
It's less a
Pass the
scrum,
second
more a
roller,
communal
play on.
hug then from the Sheffield forwards. They were all seem to be leaning on each other rather than binding together. Anyway, they're allowed to get away with it. Here's Brambani.
Go.
Here's Walker. Peter Green.
2.
Smashed in and smashed down. Henderson stands and waits. 8 points the difference here. Just a one try in this second half. That's all we've seen so far. Here comes Mitch Stringer with a good offload as well. It's won by Straffer. Defenders swarming around him. No lack of effort yet from this Batley side, even though they're under the pump now. Henderson. Sheffield, the championship's top team, looking to build on that reputation, that growing reputation of theirs,
Hold on the lines, good.
and
Wait.
build on that growing lead at the top. Henderson again. Little dummy, out he goes. Just a
Ankle tap.
half a
Save the
grasp
day
by
from
Mennel.
Mennel.
Here's Brambani. Brambani's chip. Oh, it's an easy one for Gareth Moore to take. And he's going to be helped out by his teammates to make sure he's still in the field of play.
1.
But all this pressure is going to take its toll, isn't it, on this Batley line at some stage?
You're chopping his arm in
You'd
front.
think so, wouldn't you?
Third, Matt, move. Hold on the 10. Hold. Endo. Go, good. Third. Michael.
Sheffield just doing a job here,
4. Move. Mike is in here.
making
Good.
Batley work hard for it.
5. Mitch.
Little run from Mennel.
5. Good. 5.
30
good.
metres, that's all. Here comes the final tackle. Gareth Moore again has got a very good kick
That's a
away.
great
Is it
kick.
going to bounce? Is it going to bounce? It's going to hold up on that goal line. First man up there will be Greg Johnson in terms of defenders to try and stem the return, and he's done a decent job as well.
Go.
Sheffield's defenders
2. Move.
taking their time getting behind what is now a potentially attacking situation.
Third, Ash. Move. Right.
And Barney put down.
Go.
Henderson from dummy half, feeding out to that right-hand side.
Move. Come on. Wait.
Still 15 minutes left to play in this game. There's still an awful lot of game time to go. Henderson again. Running into a trap of 2 more defenders on that halfway. That's the 5th. Here comes the last. Down that blind side, it's going to bounce out of play. It will give Batley head and feed, but only 30 yards.
I thought he went out on the full then.
So did I.
Let's have a look. That's out on the full.
Well, it hit the Batley player.
Come off the Batley player as well.
As he played at it.
I don't think he played at it.
No, you need to come off.
It's gone out on the full.
That's definitely out on the full.
If it touches the line, that's out, isn't it?
It's on the other side of the line, really.
Yeah, that's out on the full. He should go back.
Back's on. Davies in. Time back on, ball in. It's out.
They need a penalty. The Batley team here need a penalty just to get them up into that the good part of the field rather than kick and try and rely on the good chase.
Walton again coming back on that angled run. Here's Mennell. How's it go?
He was offside
there. Offside there, wasn't
21 he was.
Against Garside. We get a penalty?
I think that was the one from the play before. Well, they've got the penalty there that you wanted.
Yeah, that's it. Well, they're going to start now. They're going to start inside 40 or inside 30 even. So good opportunity for him to get back into this game.
So here's the first drive forward by Liam Walmsley. This is a really big set, this, isn't it? Because if Sheffield hang on, they might just take all the enthusiasm out of Batley, or at least dim it considerably. But if Batley get a score back, boy, have we got a game on our hands now. Mennell swished away, and
just the skill to put him on the back foot, didn't it?
Not the right player to be going to there, though, is it?
No.
Here's Lindsay, Ash Lindsay. Mennell again. Back it goes to Moore. Moore tries to step, but the defenders are there in numbers. Matt Garside with a big hugging tackle. That's the 5th. Pressure being put on again here, but offside.
Another one.
Brambani came charging off the defensive line there. Too early, the referee decides. So just when it looked like they were running out of ideas and running out of tackles, they get another 6.
They're telling them to take a kick for goal from the sideline here.
Well, they need 2 scores, remember. They need 2 scores, remember.
Have they made a decision yet?
And if Sheffield were to score again, next 12 points, and they get a point.
Yeah.
You're not convinced, are you?
Nah, a little bit negative. That to me saying you're playing for the bonus point rather than thinking that you can win the game.
If it's get a converted try in the next 12 minutes, they draw the game, don't they? If he kicks this, by no means a gimme in these conditions.
So Gareth Moore looking to narrow the gap to just 6 points if he puts this over. There's still a lot of time in the game. There's still 12 minutes to go, isn't there? So Moore puts it over. 8 points to Batley, 14 for Sheffield. It does preserve the possibility, the better possibility of a bonus point, as you were both saying. But
I think it's a good decision, that. We haven't seen a massive amount of tries either side of the fence, have we, for both teams?
You're probably right in the fact that Batley haven't offered a lot attack-wise when they've got up there. So, you know, it probably is a good decision for that reason. But, you know, I just think sometimes it's a little bit negative when you're trying to play for the bonus point.
Well, I agree with you, and a little bit of disagreement in there with... My problem with Batley is that it's difficult to get up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Certainly is. And they don't look, when they get up there, they haven't looked like breaking the line a lot.
Take your memory back to that. Was it the Halifax? It was a Halifax game here, wasn't it? When they looked done and dusted, and we were talking then about potential bonus points for Batley, and they ended up tying the game, didn't they? With a couple of kicks that were a little controversial, goal kicks. That's a decent kick here. It's a decent kick because it has sent Sheffield spinning back inside their own 20. Scott Turner looking to return it. He almost gets past the attempt of Walmsley to the tackle, but Walmsley does enough. With Sheffield coming down the hill again with some gusto.
The goal certainly seems to have given them some energy anyway. They look a little bit livelier now.
Here's Tolapapa. Missy Tolapapa.
Go.
Henderson.
Move.
Green.
Hold.
Henderson at dummy half. Stringer takes it on, running with real gusto again.
Fair carry.
That was the 5th tackle, so here comes the last. And Barney gets a little scruffy grubber kick downfield. It's going to be collected by Greg Johnson, but defenders around him. He's beaten 2. He almost got past the 3rd.
I want to see him in the open. I want to see him in the clear.
Sure, all the Batley fans here would agree with that sentiment as well. But there's only just over 9 minutes left to play. 6 points the difference. Shoulder in by Walker.
Move! Hold! Go! Matt Garside,
Here's Walton. Again on that angle.
Move!
Not finding a way through. It's Greenwood. The dummy half. It's taken on by Rowe. Alex Rowe. Back to Greenwood. Kick away by Mennel. Oh, catch this time by Quentin Togo. Lula Tagagai.
It's easy for you to say.
It is, isn't it? Yep.
Go.
QLT. Here's Tolapapa.
Release. 2.
Henderson.
Right. Go.
Green.
He's just a good workhorse, isn't he, Green? He's rolled his sleeves up and he's just carrying the ball forward, doing all the little things right.
Into his 30s now, isn't he, Peter Green? Still going strong. Here's Stringer. Oh, it's come out. Lost, loose carry. Well, they keep having these pat on the back moments, both sides, don't they? And we keep talking about turning points and potential turning points, but nobody scored for a long time. Nobody scored a try for an awful long time. Is there still time for a try in this game?
Don't we loose? Matt, time on these 10 metres. Binding. Time back on. Ball in.
They've had some close ones over the years. Earlier on this season, Sheffield beat Batley 13 points to 6. 7 points in it on that occasion. Just the 6 points on it in it at the moment.
You stepped over him. It's play on.
Here's Byron Smith.
Move.
Sheffield got the honours both times in the league last year as well. Big win in the playoffs, 42-12. I think that's the first time all year last year that Batley were beaten by more than 12 points. Here comes Alex Rowe. Ball's gone to ground. Has it gone backwards? No, it's not. It's a knock-on.
Going for the off-road to knock-on. Scrum down, Sheffield.
He's just come off the bench. Oh, like, what's he trying to do there? Is he trying to get an offload, or look, he raises the ball up there. John Key won't be happy with that.
Binding. Loose in. Step ball in.
Feed by Walker. Here's Tolapapa.
Man, foul. Move.
Henderson.
Wait.
Jogging into dummy half again, into position. Trying to set things in motion down that right-hand side.
2. Move. Markers. Hold. Go. Good.
Henderson. Here's Garside. Will be relatively fresh, won't he? Because we've only seen him in the second half. Henderson again. Higgins is there to his left. Higgins has found a bit of a gap.
4.
Wormsley just about hanging on. But Sheffield gathering momentum again. Here is Stringer.
Surrender.
Did he drop a goal?
5.
Yeah, I just thought the same thing.
5.
Back it comes. It is going to be Walker with an attempted drop goal. The referee's in good position, and he says it's gone wide.
That went through, didn't it?
Well, I have to say, from our position, I did think it had gone through.
I thought it went through.
Didn't.
I did think it had gone through.
Yeah.
I thought it did, but he looked at the touch judge and then he waved it away.
Touch is not going to know, is he?
1.
Well, Pat Walker kicked a drop goal earlier in the season when they met to make it 13-6. Now, have a look at this. Have a look at... You are the referee. Has this gone over? Oh, we didn't get quite the angle there to make an absolute judgment on it. Anyway, it's this ground. I mean, that Halifax game when there were 2 goals, one that was not given and one that was given, and everyone said it was and everyone said it wasn't, and all the argument afterwards.
Move. Wait. Go. He's outside.
Here's Gareth Moore.
Outside.
Well, it's a guy goes
That's
after
a great
it.
kick. Great chase from Johnson there.
Well, they've still got a bit of heart here, so Sheffield know the job's not quite done just yet. They have to be on their mettle here. The side from the City of Steel. Good carry forward by Garsai. Up and plays it. Henderson. Here comes the kick inside the 40, but Potts is there to make sure it's not going to get past him. Now, can he get past one or two of these in green shirts? No. First man to make the tackle is Michael Knowles.
Move! Wait! Go!
Greenwood.
2! Move! Wait!
This is the drop goal again. Not sure from that angle.
Third! Michael! Move! Hold this line, wait!
Here's Mennell at dummy half. 4 minutes left to play, just over. Ash Lindsay takes it in, stoutly enough. There's still a draw in this game from Batley's point of view. Sheffield desperate to hang on to the win. Oh, he threw that blind, I think, Ben Black, but it's picked up by Walton. Walton again comes back into the middle, looking for a way through. Found a rather large Liam Higgins in his path, so the tackle was made. Here comes the last. Black puts the kick up. Now the pressure's being provided. It's taken safely enough on that far side. They're trying to push him back into the in-goal area.
They've done it.
They've done it. They have done it. Drop out underneath the sticks.
Great finish to this game, isn't it?
Just skidding into that in-goal area. No way out from Missy Tolapapa.
Yeah, time's off.
Well, Nev Morrison, I think, has got the shirt on at the moment, hasn't he? Because of the blood injury he had in the first half. Here comes the dropout. Who's going to get this? It's going to be driven in by Byron Smith, and you rather sense that this could be Batley's last chance here tonight, as they seek to find a way through. 2 tackles gone, 4 to go. Rowe rattling in, you could hear the thud of muscle on muscle. And Rose drops it again. And Sheffield rush in. A little bit of congratulations for Higgins for the tackle, but also the knowledge that head and feet here should see them home and dry on a very wet night, shouldn't it?
You stood up. Time off. Yeah, fellas. Last 2.5. Discipline, Alex. Mitch. Discipline last 2 minutes. Binding. Time back on.
So Sheffield will be quite happy just to keep hold of possession here, won't they? Nothing fancy in this next set. Just keep a hold. Tolapapa with that first drive.
Come on! Move! Wait, he's trapped in the legs.
Henderson.
Go.
Taken on by Higgins.
2!
Good carry by him.
Wait! Hold it, Alex, wait!
Henderson at dummy half again.
Go. Everyone's on, you dummied it.
Stringer. Just basic stuff.
Wait here, hold!
That's 4.
Go, third.
Sostak threatening to make the breakthrough.
4, hold! Go.
Here's
4.
Henderson. Very efficient set here, and Knowles will finish it with a kick that rolls towards the corner and is causing problems. Has been spilled, knocked on by Miles Greenwood. Sheffield's head and feet here, and surely that is the game now. Well, they're going to be very pleased with that, aren't they?
Well, they will, yeah, definitely. And smart play from Knowles there. Couple of minutes on the clock, good little kick through, put a little bit of pressure on, good chase, Yeri and Turner out wide, and Miles Greenwood just comes up with that drop on the with a slippery ball.
Ball in, it's out.
So Sheffield looking to finish it in style here if they can. Quentin Lola to Gargai, little drop ball back on the inside. Tolapapa is going to be held up. Oh my word, is he? He's trying to get the ball away. It took a wrestle in the end, and Ash Lindsay, oh, he's dropped it. For all of that, Sheffield don't keep a hold of it. So there's 53 seconds left to play here. The Batley players are desperately trying to get in position. They have got in position. So the clock is stopped by the referee. Well, the referee stopped the clock. So there's 42 seconds to play. So quickly, while we wait for this scrum, Brian Noble, your man of the match tonight.
All the big blokes deserve huge credit for ramping it up tonight. But the one that's been probably more efficient and proficient and being the difference probably between the two teams with some of his smart players, his short kick players and things, has been Michael Knowles from Sheffield.
Well, he will be pleased with that, I'm sure, as he tries to get involved in the tackle here. Well done to Michael Knowles, the Kingston Press man of the match, but Batley still have 5 tackles. 30 seconds left to play. They might not get through their entire set. They're going to have to risk something here if they are going to snatch a draw in desperately dramatic situation again. This is Ben Black running into trouble. He's going to be tackled. That's 3 tackles gone. 15 seconds left to play. Not long now before they risk everything. Here's a little kick over the top by Gareth Moore. Here's the chase. The ball bounces away. It's going to go out of play, is it? Yes, it is. That will be it. They're going to try and pack down quickly. Will they get there? No, they won't. No, they won't. The full-time hooter sounds, and Sheffield Eagles have strengthened their position at the top of the table with a very, very hard-earned win here at Batley tonight. Just the 6 points in it, but 6 enough for Michael Knowles and the rest of the Sheffield Green Machine. We'll be looking back at all that action